next performer actually grew up with Josh, was among his childhood best friends, and over time they helped one another realize that they were not gay after all. Ladies and gentlemen, now if there would have been anything wrong with that, if they had been, that would have been fine.
Of course not.
We're still up for this.
Awesome. When you work that out, please let me know. One way or the other, just a nosy son of a bitch. Ladies and gentlemen, Ian Insect!
Okay.
I'll open with a poem.
We fill our lives with people we pretend to know. We say goodbye, ask how are you, and say hello. No man's an island, they say. Well, that may be so. If not, at least, we're all an archipelago. Hey, who was at that cat circus? Who's at the cat circus? Yeah, you were. Yeah, novelty. Woo! They were a lot better when I worked for them.
Yeah, they were.
You, who's avoiding eye contact when talking to you, they were a lot better when I worked for them. I did work for them, and when I heard my ex-employer was in town, it brought back a lot of memories, a flood of memories, if you will. Some of them good, some of them bad. I remember my first day on the job with Samantha's amazing acro cats. We'll edit that out for TV. They had me take a drug test. She held out a handful of pills and told me to tell her which effects each one had. I didn't do too well on that test, but she held her hand out and said, well, will you take them at least? I said, yup. I was hired. Who are you texting? Who are you texting?
My girlfriend.
Stay with me for this adventure, at least. Because through the adventures with the cat circus, I was able to find out, able to just learn all the amazing regional differences there are in this great country of ours. And it's so easy, so quick to find out. Just with brief conversation, as soon as you land in a city, you see someone, I step off the tour bus in the Midwest and someone walks up to me and says, wait, you mean real cats?
Yeah.
And then I go to the Southwest, I step off the tour bus. Someone walks up to me immediately and says, wait, are those real cats?
Yeah.
Go to the Pacific Coast, get off the tour bus, shake hands with the first local I see who says, wait. Those aren't real cats, are they? So to answer all the questions that those of you who did not see the cat circus when it was in town this weekend, I'll just answer them in succession for you as they've been posed to me every time someone hears I worked for a cat circus. Yes, real cats. Yes, house cats. No, not lions. No, they aren't girls dressed as cats. Yes, the cats do the tricks. No, you and your friends cannot have free tickets. Yes, I will take that handful of pills. It's funny, when you're touring, no matter what you're doing, I know some of you have been on tour, you've done some important artistic things, and I know you can relate to this, that there are certain objectives, certain priorities when you're touring with anything, whether it's a speaking tour, music tour, pathetic cat circus, anything. Priority one, always when you get into town, find a coffee shop.
Yeah.
Check. Second priority, always, when you get into town, get laid. I never got past that second point on the checklist, so. And I miss it a little bit. Excuse me for a second. I got something in my eye. Hold on one second here. days ago. Let me just see where I was. I didn't break anything. These aren't notes for my set. This is just a suicide note I carry around with me. Yeah, just in case. You want to know what it says?
Yeah.
Okay. It says, I suppose you'll be wanting an explanation. My dad isn't very happy that I'm in the performance biz, that I left to join the circus, and now I'm doing this showbiz kind of thing. My father was an academic man. He was a hard worker. Went on a lot of speaking tours, got laid a lot. He was actually a cartographer, and he was really well known in his field, really well respected, highly regarded. Even today, he's still referenced in cartography texts by students. In fact, he is so well regarded that he's known as the map legend. He invented a lot of he invented a lot of items that we may or may not be familiar with today. He had a lot of great innovations in the cartography field. For example, he was the first to introduce a paint-by-numbers map without numbers. He lobbied for an annual political map that replaced all the names of the countries with the current ruling political system, so it sort of looked like assholes. Then eventually just did away with borders altogether. Even between land and water, it was a blank piece of paper. And finally he started to lose it. He went on a trip for about 4 years. When he came back, he scrolled out this gigantic relief map. And he was so proud of it. It was just a regular map, but he had put little X's everywhere he'd taken a piss outside. Then he finally just snapped one day, and he started writing letters to Rand McNally and all the other officiating authorities, trying to get Greenland removed from all maps past and present, claiming they didn't exist, they weren't a real country. He wrote them nasty letters, about just how they were a fraud, and he tried to send it to the ruling government, but he didn't know where to send it. So he saved all the letters in shoe boxes. And then I remember the very last day I saw him, I guess he got confused or something. He started wearing the shoe boxes and wearing his discarded letters as socks, insisting my mother put them through the wash.
Oh.
And then someone, maybe I don't know, my mother, the neighbors, me, called the authorities to have him taken away. And he couldn't outrun them, so they got him pretty quickly. I still take it pretty hard, and to this day, I don't take directions when I'm driving. And I know that's weird for a guy. So, hey, why does everybody say the beautiful ones are always crazy, like it's a bad thing? For me, that's a twofer. Sorry, that's not really a joke, that's just my Craigslist personal ad. I was bullied a lot as a child, as you can tell easily. But it's really, I brought it upon myself. I wouldn't say I was the grammar police. I was more of a grammar vigilante. I'd run around telling people how they were pronouncing words wrong, like Azerbaijan and all that. I say, that you just said your, but you meant your. I heard the apostrophe. It got bad. The violence just was overwhelming until a teacher had to step in. I remember my 5th grade teacher, Mrs. Pelham, took me and the worst bully in my grade into peer mediation. The worst bully, Marcus Aurelius O'Halloran. Sat both of us down, and she looked at him with her doleful eyes, and she said, "Marcus, don't use your fists. Try using your words, please." I said, "Okay, I'll give it a shot. I'll give it a shot, he said. He looked directly at me with his doleful eyes. And he said to me, listen, bitch. When you correct my grammar, it makes me want to beat your ass down. Mrs. Pelham said, that's very good, Marcus. She looked at me with her doleful eyes and said, Ian, do you have anything to add? I looked at Marcus with my doleful eyes and I said, yeah. You know you're not supposed to end a sentence with a preposition. Mrs. Pelham threw her arms up and says, I don't know, just beat the shit out of her. So, you may have sorted out I don't have any jokes. You know, I go off the top of my head. I play it by ear. I listen to my heart. I go with my gut and I shoot from the hip. I shoot off my mouth, I flap my lips, and I wag my tongue. I usually end up shooting myself in the foot.
At the sound of the trumpet, time is almost up.
Try to keep everyone at 10.
Okay.
You're 9-10.
What's that?
You have 50 seconds.
Okay. Well, I guess I'll do that again. I go off the top of my head. I play it by ear. I listen to my heart. I go with my gut. I shoot from the hip. I flap my lips. I shoot off my mouth and I wag my tongue. I usually end up shooting myself in the foot. Then I end up looking like a complete asshole. I end up feeling like a total heel. It makes me want to slit my wrist, but that's just a knee-jerk reaction, and I usually let it roll off my shoulder. A lot of really hairy knuckle types get in my face, thinking they can go toe-to-toe with me. But I fight tooth and nail when it comes to throwing elbows. So I give them the finger and I tell them to suck my dick, because I have the golden touch. Sorry to get so heavy-handed. It looks good kill. You will be able to see my bits coming up on a brand new show on TV starting next month. It's gonna air on the side of caution.